ooh. Are we in this thing? Is the melanin on? Yes, it is. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. Hope you are doing fantastic. I am doing pretty swell. Can't complain. I mean, I could, but don't nobody want to hear that. I know I don't. So make sure to go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow your girl on social media at MissTP90. And yes, you have seen the title correctly. I am going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have been reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta for a long ass time. I'm gonna review it for the podcast, but I felt like for episode 1, I have to bring it to you guys, okay? So if you would like me to continue doing the video portions, please let me know down below in the comments. Get your comments in. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe, do all that good stuff, and make sure you were listening to Another Word with Miss P. That is my podcast, honey. You can listen to it everywhere that you stream, okay? It's available. Just put in Another Word with Miss P and go ahead and listen to it. I'd really appreciate it. I post all throughout the week. You never know when I'm going to post or what I'm going to be posting about, which is fantastic. And a lot of it you're not going to see on YouTube. So I'm going to put the link down below so that you can catch up, okay? But thank y'all so much for watching in advance. I really do appreciate it. And let's get into this messy Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am going to be recording for the podcast and also with you all at the same time. So I want y'all to listen to both, because some things will be in the podcast that won't be on the video, and some things will be in the video that won't be on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know how I be doing. Yeah, so let's go on and get into it. Candy is our star. So it opens up and she didn't go, oh. So I'm a little confused. I'm very confused with that. I want them to redo it. It's not the same. I know we have to evolve and keep going, but no, that's what we know you for, Candy. I have to give it to her. She has been consistent, okay? Elevated, of course, but still been consistent. She's still the Candy that we know. Drew Sidora. She's not new to the peach game, but she's new considering we just had her last season. They brought her back, and I really believe that was due to her and her husband, Ralph. I call him Wreck-It Ralph. Marlo. She said, I've always had the juice, but now I have the peach. Here's your star. And Marlo has given it to us with the shade, with the extraness. And honey, she didn't disappoint on episode number 1. Kenya, child, forgot about Kenya. She's talking about she is the moment. Brooklyn, child, she about 15, ain't she? We can see Brooklyn's face now, because at one point, you remember she was all blurred out. So maybe that's a part of the agreement. And her divorce, whenever she gets it, spring, summer, September, Sheree Whitfield. She is back. It's good to see her. She's back after a few seasons. She's a good time from what I remember. Very messy, the bone collector. So we're going to see what she collects. And newbie Sanya Richards-Ross. And I saw the previews, and honey, baby girl is ready, okay? She can handle her own. She's doing her thing. She's giving me Sheree tease a little bit. But anywho, let's go on and get into it. It opens up with Kenya. She's on Dancing with the Stars. Child, I forgot she was on Dancing with the Stars. First of all, she told her dancing partner, Brandon, don't look at her feet because they're ashy. Sweetie, if you're known for having ashy ass feet, please have some Aquaphor on deck. Just a little tiny tube. They sell them everywhere, just in your pocket, okay? So that you can hit that heel up. But everybody gets ashy though, totally understand. But honey, you're known for being ashy. Bravo shades you for being ashy. They zoom in on your ashy ass feet. Candy comes through and Marlo. This group is the most shadiest and supportive bunch I've ever seen in my life. Here goes Marlo introducing herself in the confessional, and the producers are like, baby, we know you, honey. What you introducing yourself for? And then she goes in basically telling the ladies, you know, that she's had a hair transplant, like the edges, and they go into it, and I'm like, you know what, that ain't a badass idea, because after having a baby, honey, it seems like all your edges fall out and life just falls out, okay? So I don't blame her. Do what you have to do in living color, okay? And you have the coin to do it. Kenya falling for her dance partner? Girl, stop it. Your main goal with this is to cha-cha-cha, Charmin. That's all you're supposed to be doing, honey. You're not supposed to be falling for the dance partner, and you might get the boot. If you get the boot, he's going back home to where he goes, and you're going where you go. But later on, he all in the house and shit. I'm like, Marlo said, you know, the dude I'm talking to, I mean, we just talking or whatnot. It ain't really going nowhere. I don't really know what he be doing anyway. And here go Candy. We don't even know what you do for a living either. And Candy had a point. Then they cue to what Marlo does now. I said, bravo, y'all ain't shit. Now owns and operates a showroom where she rents out exclusive couture pieces of designer clothing that she has previously owned, okay? And she rents them out, industry only, honey. I said, ooh, now this is cute. And she's gonna have an event, of course, to introduce it to Atlanta, giving Met Gala teas. I'm not in her Wells Fargo or Bank of America account or Truist. I don't know who she banks with, but I'm not in her account, so I'm gonna leave Marlo Hampton alone. Here comes Sheree. Well, damn, Kenya. I mean, I wanted to know where Tyrone was too, but she just dived right in. So, I mean, where's Tyrone? He's home. And they were like, oh, he's home here in Atlanta. She was like, home meaning, you know, Sheree can always tie something up. Home meaning Philadelphia. That's where he was paroled. And they were like, ew. When y'all be humps in a bump, humps in a, how was it? Like, what was y'all doing? And she was like, well, it was pretty quick. I said, eh. Well, if Tyrone's been in the jail cell for I don't know how long, of course it was. Then she throws like a monkey wrench. She actually throws the whole toolbox and says that they're now being abstinent because she wants to know, is he the same person? The same person where? That he was in jail or when you met him? Girl, no, this is, no. What? And weren't y'all already abstinent? Let me get out of that. And they were like, are you serious? And she was like, he loved this WAP. I was like, I really don't want to think of Sheree's box at all. Of course, we were getting too far into Sheree's business, so she moves it to Kenya. Kenya is not my divorce just yet, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of her and Mark. She was like, they went on a family vacation. He hasn't seen Brooklyn since. I said, girl, how did you find him? When did you look at him and say, this is my baby daddy? And granted, that happens a lot. You meet people, you think this is it. Michael Jackson. We were looking at Mark like, girl, no, run. But there is a new energy coming from Kenya this season. I am getting that as well. So I can't agree with the ladies. They start asking about Todd and Candy. I mean, are y'all boinging? Are y'all happy? And she was like, you know, I be tired sometimes. And he be tired too. So sometimes we do it and sometimes we don't. Good advice, Marlo. About, you know, make sure you boing your husband. Put away about 2-3 of them jobs. But at the same time, Marlo Hampton, you ain't married, honey. You don't know how it is, honey. You don't. Sometimes you do be tired. The kids want your attention. The baby crying. Got to put the baby to sleep. By the time you do that, you exhausted. And don't get too comfortable in the bed, honey. But at the same time, sometimes you got to get out of that routine and say, honey, where's the spark? We got to turn the spark back on. Here's the flirtation. Rub my booty. Do something. This way tonight, you know it's on. I have to get used to Marlo having her own segment. She hasn't had one. So I'm like, why are we at Marlo's house? But anyway, Michael and William are her nephews. And look at Marlo being grown, making breakfast, waking the kids up. She done had them about 3 years. I said, look at God. Look at you. And I see what she's talking about. Don't forget where you came from. But at the same time, same for you, Marlo Hampton. Don't forget Drew Sidora and Wreck-It Ralph. Oh my God, I'm putting my hand on my head for this one. You can tell Ralph really watched himself last season because he's giving a lot of personality and it's a bit much. And it's like, Wreck-It Ralph, you were hardly speaking last year. We get introduced to Sanya and her husband, Ross, okay, through Wreck-It Ralph and Drew Sidora. They are all working out together. She tells everybody about her new program, Drop It with Drew, okay, which I guess is a weight loss program, meal prep. It's a lot going on. But then we figure out they asked her to be the face of it. So she's taking it, running with, I don't know, honey. It's a lot. I haven't really got the clear vision of Drop It with Drew. But either way, during this workout, though, you can tell that Drop It with Drew was not Drew's idea because the way Sanya and Ross were just pushing them to the limit, I was like, do y'all work out at all? Do you know what the dumbbell is? Do you know how to do the squat? It's crazy. Now, granted, I can't be talking because I ain't been in the gym and I don't know how long. But at the same time, girl, if you talking about Drop It with Drew and you on TV, you better get it together. Wreck-It damn Ralph strikes again. You see why I call him Wreck-It Ralph? Because he's always wrecking some shit. He's explaining this to Ross. I'm writing a book. He needed help with his business, so he gets an assistant who is a woman. Drew goes crazy. I'm like, we're missing some things in here. Something happened between you get the assistant and Drew goes crazy. Of course, Drew is gonna go nuts in general, either way, because last season, you couldn't even be honest about a trip you went on or where you were in Tampa. If you can't be honest about that, you know good and damn well you ain't gonna be honest about no damn assistant. On the other side of the gym, Drew then tells Sanya that there were some text messages about, I can give you a massage. You should have let me give you that massage. Skirt. No. That's a hell no. We're going to keep talking about that in a few minutes. But I have to say, they are so passive aggressive. I've noticed Drew Sidora and Wreck-It Ralph with each other. It's like you think they're lovey-dovey, but that's really an undertone. It's not even sarcasm. It's past that. It's like passive aggressive. This is what I really want to say, especially when she was like, "'Cause we're happy." I was like, ooh. Marlo is now sending invites through a cute little girl with the MacBook and a video. I said, holla. Girl, you could have sent that through Evite. You didn't have to pay the little girl. She in the hot. It was too much. What are you doing? We head on over to Sanya's. We meet her and her family. They've been in Atlanta for about a year. Her parents live with them. They have the cutest little son. She's Jamaican. And her husband wants another baby. I said, oh, shoot, okay. And then I was thinking all was well until she said, I feel like having another baby is going to put a strain on our marriage like it did before. And he was like, I feel like if we don't have another baby, it's going to put a strain on our marriage like we did before. I said, oh, shoot. So he then takes the baby to the room, the media room. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell? What did I miss? And she was like, she felt like Ross checked out after her first baby. So she doesn't want that to happen yet again with a second. I said, child, I don't damn blame you. Having a baby, and I don't think men really understand this, because it's only a select few that just come in like Superman and want to change the baby, halfway hold your titty when you're feeding the baby, when you first come out the hospital, want to hold the baby, want to do everything with the baby, even as the baby is growing, to give you some time to do what you need to do. But no, a lot of the time, the man, he gonna be like, deuces, that's what you're supposed to be doing as the wife, mom, all of that. You can handle it. I'm gonna go out and get the bacon. Hell no, that ain't it. You gonna take care of this baby too? You need support. That's really, really important. You have to have support, especially when you're bringing a baby into the world and raising the child. I don't need you to take care of the baby when he's ready to play football and baseball. He's so cute, and he's at the age now where he's talking, he wants to do things, and you can tell Ross is very invested in that. But I'm sitting here like, where was you at when the baby was shitting on himself and needed the diaper changed? You got to do that too, playboy. Okay? Very important. So, child, we gon' child. They got to talk about that. Speaking of people that need to talk, Drew Sidora and Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, they're doing a taste test for Drop It with Drew, so they invite Sanya and Candy. I said, damn, y'all sending out meals too? Shit, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But either way, do what you want to. Drew tells her story, that she got a mommy makeover after she got a hysterectomy. And she said she lost 25 pounds in 3 weeks with Drop It with Drew. I said, 25? I'm not like Candy. That's a lot of damn weight. You did? No, the receipts. Bravo ain't shit, but I'm glad that they did it. Posted 10 pounds lost in 3 weeks, okay? But at the same time, I didn't. Anyway, people lose weight in various parts of their body, so I will leave that alone. Even when I had my program, okay, the Lose It Challenge, y'all remember when I was doing that? I would always tell people everybody loses weight at different times, so don't think you're going to drop a whole gang of weight in 1 week. You have to be very realistic with people. And a lot of times these influencers and celebrities and celebrity knots love to tell people, I lost 58 pounds in 2 days. And it's like, no, you damn didn't. I'm looking at Drew like, quit lying. You lie and Wreck-It Ralph lie. You're a house full of liars. Sanya says, the shrimp is good, but can we catch up on, Wreck-It Ralph and his assistant? You didn't tell me all of that. I said, child, that's why Sanya is here. Was the assistant really fired? And then out of nowhere, here comes Wreck-It Ralph out of a trap door in their kitchen. I said, Wreck-It Ralph, where did you come from? They gave him the floor. They were like, explain. He was like, at the time, my back. They were like, shut the fuck up. What the damn wrong with your damn back? Everything he was saying, I was just like, boo, I don't like it. Everybody was like, so what was your reply to the message? She kept going, I was like, what? I'm a guy. AKA, if you come over here and say you're going to give me a massage, and I say I'm a guy, that means you going to get a massage too. Okay? Ralph, you are full of donkey shit. Okay? Not human shit. Donkey shit. Ralph looks like he will finesse the panties off of anybody just with that smile. He's cute as a button. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, girl, you in trouble, girl. Just go. It's time for the Met Gala with Le Archive. Actually, the Mannequin Gala, whatever you want to call it. And child, everybody in there is confused. Drew, she was like, you know what? I'm waiting for Kenya to twirl on in, fresh off the stage. That was so mean. She was just eliminated. And Bravo ain't shit for showing her crying post-elimination. I was hollering. But then, honey, Kenya showed out. She stepped out. I love that little ensemble that she had on. I thought it was really, really cute. Honey, let the shade begin. Drew goes in for a hug. Kenya gave her that pity pat church hug. Like, please don't get your perfume on me. Thank you. Kenya wanted a repeat of Sanya's name, aka I didn't know you were a cast member. And of course, she is so confused about the event. Anytime Kenya goes to an event that isn't hers, she's like, what is this again? What are we supposed to be doing? I hate the confessionals, but I love them. She was like, you rented out a ballroom and there's no ball. I kind of felt the same way. Where's the horse diapers? Like, where's the rest of the champagne? Where is everything? Okay, where are the decorations? Is the brand spelled wrong? Is it supposed to be Le Archive or is it supposed to be Lee Archive? Kind of like Lee Nail? Like, I don't know. Let me get out of that. Drew girl, hang it up. You and Kenya, y'all ain't gonna be besties. Y'all are castmates. It's 2.5 hours later and Marlo finally pops up. She tells everybody that the pieces are hers and she knows who wore them. Honey, let me read this. A Dior belt is $4,000 and she's written it for one day for $1,000. Child, this was not in my tax bracket. So I was just looking with my mouth open. I think a bit of spittle came out because I said, what the fuck? This is per day. Renting a satchel, okay? $800 a day for a damn purse. A Valentino gown for $37.50. I didn't say $37.50. I said $3,750. Hell no. And this is for one day? And she said it's all her stuff she's renting to the industry. And I was like, girl, you got a good ass idea. But how, Suede? Drew said, so like, if I want to put in an order, Marlo was like, hello. Are you still in the industry? When was your last gig? That was shade on top of shade. She was not joking. Hello. Marlo said she spent $40,000 on the event. Ma'am, was it just on the venue? Because that's a lot. Because renting a place is high, especially in Atlanta. The ballroom, it was beautiful. It was. 40 G's? Damn, Gina. But if you feel like you really going to make that money back, do you, boo? Like I said, I'm not in her account. I do agree with the ladies. A little fashion show would have been cute. I just feel like it would bring everything to life, okay? Now, the second look that Marlo had, I do agree. She did look like the little strawberry candy that you get in the church. I was so confused with that. So Sheree and Sanya take it upon themselves to be the complaint committee and run up to Marlo and tell her what had happened was. I said, Marlo said, honey, when you go to Paris, this is the experience. This is what you get. It's quiet. You hear the violas and the violins. You might even hear a cello. Shit, you don't know. This is the experience. This is couture. A fashion show is basic. Something that I love about Marlo, she's always going to give you an answer. It might not be right. It might be her answer, but damn it, she going to give you an answer. And you're going to be like, yeah, that's right. Because I was sitting there like, that's right. Shit, I ain't never been to Paris. But I feel like that's what it would be. Anywho, then she starts spilling tea to the ladies. And she was like, I said, wait, what? Not Kenya driving Lisa Ray's Range Rover. Child, I'm done. I was so done. And not get your house pressure washed. Baby, I was cremated during those comments. Candy came, found Wreck-It Ralph's assistant while the ladies were sitting down. I said, how in the hell? Okay, anyway. Drew Sidora thinks that Wreck-It Ralph is telling their business to the assistant. I said, hold on. See, that's too damn much. That's too damn much. Because how would somebody make a post like that, okay, if they didn't already know what somebody was talking about? See, that's messy. Wreck-It Ralph, you real messy. And here comes Marlo to say how disappointed she was in the ladies. Kenya was literally sitting there like, is this directed to me? Like, how dare? Candy and Drew were like, well, I mean, we all had questions. I said a couple things, but I mean, we all had something that we wanted to say. And Marlo said, Drew, I really wouldn't expect you to understand this. I said, the shade, it was a lot. And Sheree and Sanya were just sitting there with the cotton mouth. Marlo girl, everybody's confused in there. I don't care if you had like a little Google form at the end to say, rate your experience. I don't know what people would say. They don't know. Kenya, why were you asking if Marlo's nephews go to private school? Like, all your questions, a bit intrusive, it's a bit too much. So Marlo goes down the list. Did you go to private school? Did you? Then she gets to Drew, and Drew was like, yes, I went to both. And Marlo says, well, I mean, you're not as successful as them. See, I said, I am dead yet again. And then she gets up and she says, y'all continue to relax, enjoy yourselves, and be the hateful bitches that I know that you are. And she walks off and enjoys the rest of her guests. I was hollering. Then it said on the next Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby, this is just going to be messy. This first episode was messy as hell. So hopefully they keep up. Get your comments in down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.